What's up and welcome back. Thanks for clicking that subscribe button that brings you back to me. It drew you in. This video appeared in your feed and you were like, oh my god, I have to watch that. And you're here. And this is Best Actress in a limited series or movie. And it's that last part that's making this category really effing weird. Really weird. This category is so weird. So obviously, we got 6 slots. Obviously, they're gonna go to the Hocus Pocus girls: Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy, right? I mean, Hocus Pocus 2 opened, done, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Let's roll that out. We can do this whole category without even needing to touch a limited series. We've got Amy Adams for Disenchanted. We've got films I didn't even realize were up for it. Honestly, I was just like, really? We didn't put that in theaters? Cool. So we've got Keira Knightley for Boston Strangler is eligible in this category. Actually, legitimately a worthy enough performance to talk about. Like, we're not going to talk about it because nobody else talked about Boston Strangler. That movie hit Hulu like, I don't know, like a fly hitting a wall or something. Nobody noticed. we've we've got Sydney Sweeney in Reality, which unless she's totally, I'll admit I don't watch Euphoria. Unless this was like some sort of like career defining moment for her, that she was a massive stretch. That movie is her standing there for an hour and a half. It really didn't go anywhere, do anything. Or she just kind of has a conversation for. It's no, please don't. I know it's HBO and they're probably thinking about pushing it, and it's just like, let's leave that out. If I had to say, does anybody from a movie have a shot? Me, I'm gonna say the best shot out of any movie, and I'm looking at some of these nominees, like Kaylee Cuoco for Meet Cute, and I'm just like, what is going on here? What is happening in this world? If this was the Oscars, Kaylee Cuoco for Meet Cute nobody would be even bothering to track it. It's just, for some reason at the Emmys, we're like, ooh, the Emmys, they might go crazy and they might accidentally nominate her this year. But if I had to guess one nominee that actually stands a chance from any movie, be Amber Midthunder from Prey. I think a lot of people saw Prey. I think Prey is cheating. I think Prey is far better than it has any right to be to be considered a TV movie. When you're thinking about like sort of like a Predator prequel being a TV movie that had all of that, all those special effects, and it just seems kind of like maybe not when we came up with the word TV movie what we were necessarily thinking about way back. The TV movies I remember back in the day, we were like, Tuesdays with Maury was really good. We were thinking about something else. I don't think we were ever thinking Prey would be a TV movie. So I guess if anybody coming out of a TV movie is going to get nominated, it would be Amber Midthunder. But that's wish dictating for me. That's me just hope dictating, whatever. I mean, I would honestly, I don't know. She might be in my top 6. Like if I was voting for 6 people, maybe. But if I was voting for 6 people, I'll tell you that I would definitely vote for Zoe Saldana for From Scratch, who does not stand a chance in hell. I know that people think that was like soapy drama. It did really well on Netflix when it dropped and everybody watched it. It was like it was up at the top for a little while. So I know everybody's seen From Scratch. And Zoe Saldana rarely gets to do that kind of work. She's usually getting her face painted like a certain color, just any random color. She's very good at being like other colors. Just, I'm sure she'll find a new role where she gets to be purple or something next. Now that Guardians is behind her, she'll just be purple or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I would hope that Zoe Saldana would get a nomination, but that's not going to happen either. So who legitimately has a shot at a nomination here? Who's possibly going to win this category? I don't know if there is a front runner to win this category, which is really interesting because I look at it and I'm not 100% sure this category has a clear, solid front runner, because I think all the performances that are likely to get nominated are actually really pretty good. We've got Riley Keough for Daisy Jones and the Six. I'd be shocked if she didn't get nominated. This show seems to have a certain amount of buzz around it and fan support. And it feels like the kind of thing that could get nominated. Her performance feels like the kind of thing that could get nominated. And if that show gets nominated at all and she doesn't, it feels very weird. She kind of is the show. So I do think Riley Keough is going to get nominated. I actually have Belle Powley for A Small Light. I do the Gold Derby thing, and I kind of do look at it and I go, I don't know, I really disagree with your choice, like, of who they have in sixth place. And I'm like, I don't think that's the sixth place choice. I'm thinking the people who are watching A Small Light are seeing Belle Powley's performance and thinking to themselves, yes, this girl's good. She has a very strong sort of emotional performance throughout the entire series, and I think it's probably the kind of thing that will end up getting her the nomination. I've got another leading lady from Amazon. Amazon put out a couple of series that are strong contenders, but I'm also going with Emily Blunt for The English. I do think she has a really good chance here. She was that show. I mean, the show was pretty good, but she was that was why. It was because of her. A little bit because of Kieran Hines in that first episode. He was fantastic. Yeah. Otherwise, I think it goes to Emily Blunt for that. I had 6 nominees. None of them were from HBO, and that bothered me. And while, I suppose it's possible that we could see, like, Irma Vep get a nomination here, there isn't a female lead from White House Plumbers, so I conceded and said, well, it looks like Max is HBO's best shot at a nomination here, because Elizabeth Olsen for Love and Death, which is quite sad, because I think Jessica Biel was passed over for Candy, and it's like, all you did was remake Candy. You just did the same show with a more critically adored actress. But I think Elizabeth Olsen's gonna get in, so congratulations. Remake level achieved. I do think that Ali Wong for Beef is gonna make it. I think she's in this category. I think she's got a real shot here. And then there's the 6th spot. There's the who do I got in that final spot. And there are some people that I would love to see get nominated that are not going to, our lovely leading lady from Miss Davis it's a Peacock series. It's just not going to happen. It's also genre. I don't think that's really going to happen. I don't have Lizzie Kaplan in For Fleischman is in Trouble. I don't have Catherine Hahn for Tiny Beautiful Things. I don't have Rachel Weisz for Dead Ringers. I think if people watch that show, good for them. That show is weird as shit. I still don't understand the ending. So I think it's also kind of a genre show. And I think when I'm looking at the shows that Amazon had to offer, they have kind of like 4 strong leading ladies. 2 of them come out of shows that are kind of in the horror genre. The other one being Dominique Fishback for Swarm. If I had to pick somebody who's in like 7th, I think it's probably Dominique Fishback. For all the love that Swarm has, I didn't like Swarm. I couldn't get into Swarm, but I felt like, I feel like there's more love for Swarm than there is for Dead Ringers. So, there's that. There's Vera Farmiga for 5 Days Memorial, who did a fantastic job. I should have mentioned this for series yesterday when I was listing off things that were not going to get nominated. It wasn't so far off the chart that it didn't deserve to not be mentioned. But she has a decent chance. She's Vera Farmiga, so that's why she has a decent chance. Jennifer Garner for The Last Thing He Told Me, I suppose has a chance. And I kind of went with Jessica Chastain for George and Tammy for the final spot. I think even though I feel like that show burned really bright for a second and then just went away. I feel like it came out like it was being considered for Oscars. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it came out in November. Like it really wanted to get some Golden Globe nominations, maybe some SAG nominations, but it wasn't really thinking heavily about Emmys. And Showtime has released other content since then, and George and Tammy's kind of been buried a little bit. But then again, Showtime doesn't really have anything else to submit in the lead series category, especially for actress, especially running in this category. I don't think that Beirut series has a leading actress. So I think Chastain, especially given the critical love for Chastain as an actress, separate from even this project, I feel like she's going to get in. So those are my nominees. If I had to guess who's probably the weakest, I'm going to go with Bel Powley, only because I don't know how Nat Geo... They've had projects before that haven't gone the distance. They've had projects before that have gotten nominated. I think like the first season of Genius did manage some nominations. But I don't think a lot of their shows get nominated. But I do think that if people saw A Small Light and they're looking at their ballot for Bel Powley, it's the kind of show that they would nominate. It's the kind of performance that they would nominate. And that's what you really have to look at is, what are these shows? What are we nominating? And that's where I think performances like by Rachel Weisz and Dominique Fishback just kind of lose out. Is that they're just not in the right genre for this category, sadly. It's possible. I mean, Rachel Weisz is an Academy Award winner. Maybe she does sneak in. Maybe Amazon gets 3 nominees. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe enough people just put Rachel Weisz in as a nominee just for shits and giggles, just because they're like, oh, that's my girl. I don't think that's true, but stranger things have happened. But that's what I'm going with. So, anyway, that's my limited actress nominees for this category. It's a weird category because of the movies and because of the quality of the movies, and because we're in this place where if a movie hits a streaming service but not a single theater, it's considered to be a TV movie now. Because we don't have the existence of straight to video doesn't exist. It's not a thing. So pretty much if you hit a streaming service, you're eligible for. So I'm sure there are even more films. I saw some films that were on this list that are basically just elevated Christmas movies. Zoe Deutsch for Christmas at Tiffany's, or just, why are we tracking that? Why is anybody? Do we actually think somebody's going to write her in for the? I liked that. I think I gave the movie a B. I thought it was a fairly decent Christmas movie. At no point was I like, I think she's definitely in the contention this year for the Emmys. it's no. So it's if we're elevated, we got Jennifer Lopez on there for Shotgun Wedding. It's like, come on now, like, stop playing, stop playing around. But it's, yeah, we have got to figure out this TV movie stuff, because there are some nominees on there that are absolutely valid and worth talking about, and then there are some other people that are on there just because their movie is on streaming, and I guess we have to fill up that category to talk about it. No, we actually don't. We actually do not have to fill up that category. There's you know how many votes Jennifer Lopez is going to get for Shotgun Wedding? It's going to be 0. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. It's going to be 0. No one is voting for Shotgun Wedding. She's not getting one of like anyone's. She will have no votes for Shotgun Wedding. I don't think anybody even realizes it's eligible. I can't imagine there's a campaign. I can't imagine Amazon spent any money on campaigning that. There's no point. It's not the kind of thing that would get nominated anyway. It's very frustrating to see all these nominees in there. So anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And tomorrow we'll be back with Best Actor, and we'll see which crazy ass nominees they think are going to be vying against Taron Egerton for nominations. That was me saying, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, yes, I think Taron Egerton is gonna get nominated for Blackbird. Because I think Blackbird is amazing. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Watch it between now and tomorrow. Binge it. Binge the whole thing. I will see you guys on the other side. And hope you guys enjoyed this. Subscribe to my channel.